Here we go.
Only in America can go up half a point in 9:32. It's all
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the May 4th meeting of the Auburn School Committee. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Start with introductions down to my right, please.
Dan Poisson, Ward 5.
Brian Belknap, Ward 4.
Clarissa Perez Armendariz, Ward 1.
Pam Hart, Ward 2.
Karen Matthew, Ward 3.
Connie Brown, Superintendent.
Pat Gaudier, at large.
Pamela Albert, at large.
Jason LeBeck, Mayor.
Abigail Fauché, Student Representative.
Mark Conrad, Business Manager.
Sue Doris, Assistant Superintendent.
All right, thank you, everyone. Let's begin with an approval of tonight's agenda, which includes the minutes from April 27th, as well as the certificated nomination of Natalie Masters. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Pam. Questions, comments? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes. Thank you. Open it up to public participation. Do we have anyone here from the public who'd like to address the school committee this evening? One, seeing none. All right. Presentation, Dr. Brown.
Thank you very much. This will test my technology skills. So Dave, if you could make sure there they are. We thought it'd be cool to share with you some time-lapse videos that were taken by a company here in Auburn of the new high school. So here is the first one.
So when was this video taken?
So this was
A month ago?
not too long ago. It's about a month ago.
Picked out that color.
That's who picked out that color. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay, so there's one. See if this will go. Is this the one we just saw?
I think so.
Okay, hang on.
Comes the wizard.
So David didn't. Hold on. One more. This is the beginning.
Truly
So isn't that
incredible.
remarkable? I thought you would enjoy seeing the progress, and when you think about it, it's just a little over a year that we broke ground. So, thank you. That concludes the presentation.
And I did notice, Dr. Brown, the crane is now down. It's not part of the skyline anymore. I don't believe I noticed it up there anymore.
We're done with the crane, aren't we, Mark?
Pardon?
We are finished with the crane at this point. It's not on site.
I know they're done with the heavy steel erection now, so that's probably why.
It's just part of the skyline. You see the crane, and it's
Yeah.
not part of the skyline
Yeah.
anymore. So anyways, thank you so much for that, Dr. Brown. Sure, yeah.
I had a request from somebody today asking about details on the status of the building, and they had checked the website, and it was like really old, so I wondered when that might be updated. They went on the school website to the building, and I guess whatever was there is really.
I'll look into that to make sure we update it.
Oh, thank you, Mark. Okay.
This would be great. I was going to say that last one would be perfect.
Yep, to add to the website. Absolutely. Thank you. People are interested. They keep asking. They're looking. All right, Abigail, school committee report, student report this evening.
All right, so tonight I'm going to be talking about Project Graduation. So Project Grad was started in the 1980s as a way to help the community and schools address problems with drug and alcohol usage. Project Grad wants to acknowledge the fact that they push for a chem-free environment, and the project has expanded outside of Maine and acknowledges students' hard work through celebration while also keeping them safe. So due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Project Grad had to be temporarily halted. They were unable to do many things for the classes who graduated during the pandemic. All of the fundraising for the future classes of students was also postponed until COVID was less of a threat. This means that fundraising is crucial for this year's seniors. So following graduation for this year's seniors, the students will be bused to the Alphonse Center in Waterville, also known as like the YMCA, Boys and Girls Center. There they will participate in lawn games and other activities. I was told today that some of the lawn games will include Connect 4, Cornhole, Jenga, and Can Jam. There will be casino tables, no real gambling, just fun and games, as well as a hypnotist. And the events will also include a DJ. Students will be served food when they first arrive at the location, and a food truck will be on site. Raffle prizes will also be drawn during the event, and students will also be given t-shirts. After the event is finished, students will be shuttled back to EL where they will be served breakfast. There are more raffle prizes will be drawn, and rumor has it that there is an Xbox, which will be included in one of those drawings. And the event will finish around 4 a.m. So the community can help the Project Grad by spreading the word across town. Project Grad has been fundraising, and local businesses can always donate to the cause. The goal is to have enough money to support this year's group of seniors as well as next year's. The financial goal for this project is $10,000. The group is over halfway there, coming in at a little under $5,500. Businesses have been in contact about donating to the cause, and there's still time to help Project Grad. I've also attached the link to the GoFundMe page at the bottom of this slide, and this is the last opportunity for these seniors to all be together in the same space at once. You don't realize that until after the fact, but these kids should be sent off with the lasting memories that Project Grad is providing to them. It's their last gift until they're sent off into the world. And if I can get out of here, this is also what the page will look like. So yeah, they're coming in at about $5,000 or $5,340. The last donation was made 11 days ago, which we should be updating that. So if you,
I'm sorry, I was gonna say that link, that GoFundMe link, I'm just thinking, how can folks access that link if they're, how are we gonna access that link based on this project tonight? It'll be embedded in the minutes. Your project will be embedded in the minutes.
Can we put it on the
I was
website
gonna
under
say, I'm not sure
Edward
it can
Little
go
High
on the
School?
website.
Yeah, can it go on the website?
Under Edward Little High School?
Sure. That one,
Potentially.
we'll legally find out if that's,
Or could it be shared on the school's Facebook page too?
could be as well. Like, we
Yeah.
need to get that out there and in the public, so how can we do that?
yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, for the sake of privacy, if anyone in the community wishes to donate on the GoFundMe page or just for the parents in charge, they can contact us at the student rep email, and once in touch, I can directly send you to the parents in charge. And I just wanted to end tonight's presentation with the words of one of the parents. They said, "Every kid goes through their own trials and tribulations, but COVID has taken a lot from these kids. As parents, we want them to be appreciated. We want to have the parents involved as well as the community to send off our kids. It's what they deserve."
Thank you. We'll try on our end to get those links so people can access them pretty easily. All right, thank you, Abigail. All right, Dr. Brown, Superintendent's report.
Thank you. Just one item tonight, and that is an update concerning the AMS principal search. We have a 6-member committee who is currently getting ready to interview our candidates, and the members of that committee include Lucy Cochis, Daniel Dresser, Warren Lunig, Lisa Vegan, Mr. Neer, and myself. We met on Monday to review applications and selected 2 individuals for interviews. They'll be interviewed next Monday. Those interviews will be here at Auburn Hall. From there, the committee will select 1 or 2 finalists to go forward in the process. Those finalists will have a site visit sometime later that week, and that's open-ended because we're trying to work with people whose schedules we don't know yet. So ideally, we'll be able to bring them back, and then on the 18th, the successful finalist will meet with the Auburn School Committee, an executive session and an interview, and be hired later that evening. So that's the process. Hoping for a July 1st start for the new administrator.
Great, thank you. Any questions for Dr. Brown regarding this principal search? All right, seeing none, moving on. School committee chairperson's report. This evening, I have to ask the school committee to give me some names for an alternate for the ethics panel. If you remember, it might have been a year or 2 at this point. So per charter, the school committee nominates someone to serve on the ethics panel. The person who serves is Dr. Sarah Bartlett. However, we also have to name an alternate, and that alternate was no longer able to serve. So I am asking members of the school committee if you have some names that you would like to submit, a name that you would like to submit to serve as an alternate on the ethics panel, please let us know. So we would reach out to that person, explain exactly what the duties would be as an alternate, probably slim to none. The ethics panel doesn't meet very often, so it's not a committee that is a standing committee with regular meeting times. Correct me if I'm wrong, or called in only during.
Seems to be meeting a little bit more often than normal.
Well, I was not
considering
gonna,
the actions of your mayor and city council, might be an active committee.
So this person we're asking for, like I said, is the alternate, not the one who would serve. Only if Dr. Reverend Bartlett could not make it, this person would serve. So be thinking of someone that you would like to bring forward if you have any names in mind. Okay? All right, that's it for me. City council update. Mr. Mayor, anything to update?
Yeah, budget. We had our first reading of the budget in the CIP. Went pretty well. Usually the first reading is about understanding what the bottom line is on the tax levy and the mill rate. A couple additions were made to the budget versus subtractions. We're redoing the revenue calculations, but everything seems good. We'll obviously have a meeting on May 16th, go over the school budget, and also have our second and final reading on the overall appropriation for the citywide budget and our CIP for next year. So we'll get into it, and if it doesn't happen then we'll have a special meeting the week after.
Okay.
Oh, and I'd just like to special thanks out and shout out to Ms. Maris and her Park Avenue team. I did receive several late night emails begging me to come into your school. I did say yes, so you know what, I'm not sure how that ranks in the overall scheme, but I think it's okay. I'm happy with 12, as long as it's a 13-point scale. So I look forward to seeing Park Avenue.
It's not the 12 points. You want to know who's got more points.
I don't want to know the top, what I could have been worth, but no, thank you for that. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Moving on, committee reports. Any committees need to report out on any meetings that were had? Agendas and minutes are here. I'm noticing agendas, not necessarily minutes, though. Policy minutes will do. Anyone need to report anything out?
I can give a short report on health and safety if you want.
Yeah.
So we met on Monday, and we have basically streamlined the COVID safety plan, shortened it, condensed it, to update it so it is reflective of all of the Maine CDC guidance changes since the beginning of this calendar year, including the biggest change that's still coming is as of after next week, we'll no longer be doing pooled testing. The state will no longer be supporting that. The state is providing at-home test kits, though, to any school districts that want them. So we agreed that that's something that we would be interested in so that those can be made available to families for free if they want them for testing at home. So that is in its final version now being reviewed by the committee for any final last edits. Overall, though, I think we're in a good place. We reviewed all of our kind of basic metrics that we look at every meeting in terms of cases in the district. Still fairly low. There was a slight increase in April in weekly cases in the district, but nothing crazy. I think we had 6 cases each the first 2 weeks of April, which was a slight increase over our average of about 3 cases per week during March. And then we had 10 cases last week, which was the first week back after April break. Kind of reflective of what we're seeing across the state in terms of a more contagious but less severe variant that's circulating. Hospitalizations in our area still very low, percent of staff beds still very low. The only metric that had increased was wastewater. The most recent wastewater indicates basically a tripling in the viral load for Lewiston Auburn. Just something to watch, be on our radar, could be indicative, but again, that was the only metric that had really significantly changed.
Thank you very much.
Madam
right.
Chair, I'm
yes,
sorry, I
sir.
forgot something really important for this board, for finance and city council.
Sure.
We did approve both of your fund or reserve fund accounts for maintenance as well as for technology. Though the city council did ask for policy letters governing both those funds, they did amend the motion on technology to prevent it from being spent on anything other than technology. That same stipulation did not apply to facility maintenance. So just want to give you the heads up on that we'll probably need some some policy letters from this body approved on the governance and the release of those funds.
Thank you very much.
Surprise.
All right, no old business this evening, so moving on to new business, moving into policies. All right, and here we go. Can I entertain a motion? First reading of AUB-BDE-R, School Committee Standing Committees Operating Procedures. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Can I have a second?
Second.
Clarissa, I think I heard you this way. Thank you. Questions, comments on that one? Seeing none, all those in favor? Policy passes. Thank you. Motion passes. Sorry. First reading of policy AUB-BDG, School Attorney Legal Services. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Pam. Albert, questions, comments, debate on that one? All those in favor, policy AUB-BDG. Motion passes. Thank you. Next one. Can I entertain a motion for first reading of policy AUB-BE, School Committee Meetings?
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Can I have a second? Thank you, Pat. Questions, comments, debate on that one? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes. Thank you. Next one, first reading of policy AUB-BEC, executive sessions. Can I entertain a motion, please?
So moved.
Brian, can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Pam. Questions, comments, debate on that one? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes. Can I entertain a motion for the deletion of AUB-BEC, executive session law? Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Can I have a second? Second. Thank you, Pat. Questions, comments, debate on that one? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes. Next one, first reading of AUB-BEC-R, executive session procedure. Can I have a motion, please, for the approval of that policy?
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Can I have a second?
Second.
Melissa over here. Questions, comments, debate on that one? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes. And the last one, can I entertain a motion for the first reading of AUB-JLCD, administration of medication to students? Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Brian, second. And can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Pam. Questions, comments, debate on that one? Seeing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Motion passes. Thank you. All right, upcoming meetings are listed down below. 9th, 10th, 12th, 18th, 24th, 1st and 1, lots of subcommittee meetings. Regular school committee meetings will be next on May 18th, and then again on June 1st. So we're back to the 1st and 3rd for May, 1st and 3rd for June, so we should be all set. All right, future agenda items, any requests for information? Seeing none, I have a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Can I have a second? Second. Thank you, Pam. All those in favor to adjourn? We are adjourned, 6:20 PM. Thank you all.